Hey guys, happy post Labor Day weekend. I hope everyone had a good long weekend and time off, whatever that looked like for you. What that looked like for me was doing absolutely nothing. I had such a busy week the week before with my stuff and Jaden stuff that I literally just wanted to stay home and binge on Netflix and Hulu, and that's exactly what I did. So if you traveled, I hope you did that safely, and we're kind of back into it until I guess Thanksgiving. I guess that's our next big break. So I hope you got some well needed time off. All right, before I get started, guys, I need you to do me a big favor. Pun intended. I love that I can do that with my name. I need you to pass this video on to at least one other person, okay? It can be more, that would be great, but share this video. I have a personal goal, and I have a personal goal of a certain amount of subscribers I'm trying to get by December 31st, 2019, by the end of the year. And it's not for any other reason, guys. It's not for vanity reasons. It's not to say I have this many followers or anything like that. It's because I really want to be able to inspire and reach people and help people with whatever season of life that they're in. And I can't do that if my videos are stagnant, and I gotta be creative and kind of, come up with ways. So right now, I think I have like 32 followers on my videos, and well, subscribers. I know I have more people that watch it, and I just know that just because of the number of views. I have 32 followers, and I have like 200 views on a video. So the numbers, I don't do math, but so I know there's been people who have watched the videos but just haven't subscribed, and so I want to increase those numbers because, again, there's power in numbers and being able to spread, positivity, and I really, really, really want to be able to do that. So please share, subscribe if you haven't, share if you haven't, and help me to reach my goal. I'll tell you by the end of the year if I reached it or not, but I don't want to throw a number out there because I don't know why. I want to keep it to myself and then just see, if that happens. So help me out with that again, and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Okay. All that said, let's get started. I actually was not going to record again until next week, but I was sitting here working, and I just, thoughts come into my mind, and, I was playing with it, and then it all just kind of came together. And so I was like, well, maybe somebody needs to hear this, and this is why I had this thought today. So I have a question for you, okay? And my question is this: do you have a mentor? And my Fit for Your Purpose ladies, you cannot answer this because I already know the answer to that. But for everyone else, ask yourself the question: do you have a mentor? Do you have a trusted advisor, person in your life that you can go to and get advice from, sound advice, mind you, that can help kind of guide you down, whatever path that you are hoping to go down? And if the answer to that is yes, that's great. If the answer to that is no, I strongly encourage you to start seeking that person out. There's a quote that I've seen, and I absolutely love it. And I realize, some people may not have even heard of this quote or have seen it, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but more or less what it says is that you should not be the smartest person in the group of people that you hang out with. Now, some people feel like they are, and they give themselves a pat on the back, and they feel like that's a good thing. And I try to steer clear of good and bad, but I don't think that's necessarily the best thing. I completely agree with that quote, and here's why. We can always be learning from someone, and we can always be learning from someone who is more experienced than us. And that's not a down on us. That is saying that, what, this person has gone through this path. This person has, hit some highs, hit some lows, and they've learned from it, and they're able to pass on their wisdom and their knowledge to someone else. That's what a mentor does. That is what I try to do for the ladies. I hope that I accomplish that, where, we come together and we meet at my house and we sit and we talk. But I also do one-on-ones with them, and to where, I allow them to share whatever it is. They know that they can trust me. They know that we've built a bond to where they know what they share with me stays with me. And I'm able to feed into them and give them, advice and wisdom on the path that I've already crossed. That's, a lot of them are already crossing. And I thought back and I said, and one of the reasons why I started Fit for Your Purpose is because I wish I had, that person or persons that could say, you know what, while you're in grad school, this, that, and the other is going to pop up. And I had a one-on-one earlier today, a student who wanted to just kind of pick my brain about, grad school and career and all that. And I don't like to waste anyone's time. I don't want anyone's time to feel wasted when they're with me. And the student felt very encouraged by the time, we left. And I think that's kind of what got stuck in my mind today as far as, the topic of this. And so, I always say this now because, again, whoever is watching whatever season of life you're in, I don't care how old you are, seek out that person that can be that mentor for you, that can help you, guide you along those paths that, a lot of times can be challenging and can be tricky. It's priceless. It is truly, truly priceless. Most of you know that I teach courses in sociology. And so sociology is really looking at the person and society and how we're connected and, patterns that exist in society and why we do the things that we do. And so one of the things that I teach about, and one of the things that I noticed a lot is that society is changing so rapidly, right? That's no secret to anyone. I mean, from technology alone, but, social media and the way we interact with one another is very different than how it used to be, right? And so I was even thinking about, for example, my, cell phones. Anybody who knows me, and if you haven't heard me say, I am a texter, I am not a talker. The only person who ignores that is my mom, and she's allowed to ignore that because she is my mom. And so cell phones, right? We've changed just in the way we communicate with one another. I was talking to a friend the other day and we were having that conversation about how, like when cell phones first came out, I remember even thinking like, why would I text someone? What's the point of texting? And now that's all I do. So it's kind of funny how I've come full circle with that. But the point of why I bring that up is because a lot of our dynamics have changed in how we interact with one another, for good and for bad. I know I said I'd steer clear of that, but we for good and for bad, right? And so one of the, if I put it into the bad category, of how we interact, we've become so individualistic, right? And we have this mindset of, I can do it by myself, I don't need help. And really, society is set up that way to where we really don't need extra people to help us, right? We can do everything. I order my groceries online. There's so many things that we've taken the human factor out of it. The problem with that, guys, is that we need each other. We need human interaction. We need to be able to have people who've gone ahead of us on certain paths to be able to feed into us and to give us knowledge and wisdom on, how they've accomplished those things. So I really wish in a lot of ways we'd kind of go back full circle with that and get to a point to where we seek out those mentors and those trusted advisors. And, I think, again, with how society is set up, we've lost our sense of trust in people. And there's, we can see that in so many ways, the way that plays out. But we really have got to get back to a point to where we help lift each other up and, want to see the best in other people and give them encouragement and all of these sorts of things. So that is my encouragement for you today. Think about that. If you are the smartest person in your group of people, then that probably needs to change. We look at that as a good thing, but it's not necessarily the best thing. We need to be able to lean on people and ask people, how to, whatever that season is in life, whether it's grad school, whether it's new job, whether it's going back to school after having been out of school for a while, whether it's transitioning, out of something huge like the military to civilian, whatever that is. We could all use a person who's been there, right? Again, for no other reason but to help lift us up, keep us encouraged, and to just give us that advice that we desire, that we need to have to help us be the best versions of ourselves. So find that mentor, okay? Take some time. Don't just go pull the first person off the street because that might not work out too well. But I do encourage you guys, in all seriousness, to find that person. my students who know me and have had me, and I know I play that role for a lot of them, and my door is always open for students who need that, because again, I've been there, and it's just nice to have that person. That's a common phrase that we like to say, to have your person. So find your person, and help them to help you by being open, and allow yourself to be mentored too. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to pass this on to one other person. I hope you have a great week or weekend, depending on when you watch this, and I will see you on my next video.